As it turns out, it takes a grand total of just 3 seconds to fold a shirt like this.
Nuh-uh. Wow. Yo, what's good guys? Kelvin here. Today we're gonna be looking at things you're doing wrong every single day. This is a bit interesting video because you see the thumbnail. It shows a person squatting on top of a toilet. I mean, is that telling me that you're supposed to squat instead of sitting there when you go to the bathroom, even though you are a guy? Man, I just don't know, man. So we're just gonna watch the video and find out the truth. So hopefully you guys can get this video early thumbs up. Really help out the channel. And yeah, let's get right in. What is up?
Everyone has a few bad habits, but some of those habits make everyday tasks much more difficult than they have any right to be. And because of them, there are so many things we've been doing wrong all this time without even knowing. From peeling sticky notes to charging your phone and even using the bathroom, it's time to find out what you've been doing wrong all this time.
Alright, let's go. Hopefully it's good.
Showering setbacks. Okay, so you might have hit that snooze button like 4 or 5 or 20 times, but you're finally up. Good job. Although nothing gets you ready to face the day quite like getting squeaky clean in a nice hot shower. But hold the soap there for a second, bud, because spending too much time under the hot water actually isn't all that good for you.
Really?
Showering frequently can wash off some of the skin's good bacteria and oils, which upsets the body's natural balance, causing dry and cracked skin. Not only that, but according to the Journal of Allergy and Clinical Immunology, showering too frequently can also lead to serious skin problems such as eczema. So, to avoid this incredibly itchy future, all you have to do is reduce the number of days you take a shower on. But if you really can't get by without bathing daily, just keep to scrubbing the, essentials.
What in the world? That is just a bit shocking. If you shower every single day, it can actually be very harmful to your skin. But to be honest, I only shower every other day because if I shower every single day, my skin gets really dry and it's just so uncomfortable. So that's just me. Be sure to leave it in the comment section below if you shower every single day. Let me know if there's like any side effects that you are experiencing.
Antiperspirant problems. Once you're nice and clean, you reach for the antiperspirant. But wait, should you really be applying that deodorant now? Because if you take a look at the label of most antiperspirant deodorants, they'll tell you to put it on right before you go to bed.
What?
How
That
can
made
that
no
be,
sense.
right? Well, as it turns out, because you're less active at night, you sweat less. So your skin absorbs more of the active aluminum-based ingredient of antiperspirant.
Oh, okay. I thought when you put on the anti-deodorant, you wanna smell good while you sleep. I mean, if you got like a wife, that's like more reasonable. If you're sleeping alone, it just does not make sense when you put deodorant on yourself and then go to sleep, you know? Who gonna smell good? Who gonna smell your scent? Nobody.
Which sinks in and blocks those sweat ducts overnight. Plus, the active ingredient will generally last for about 24 hours, so its effect won't wear off overnight. Looks like you don't have to sweat about this problem ever again.
That makes sense. That's pretty
Banana
helpful.
Bonanza. After all those hygiene hijinks, it's time for some breakfast. Bananas are a perfectly healthy start to any morning. Then again, if the stem is soft or the top is a bit mushy, they can make your morning messy. But what if I told you that tearing the stem is not the way to go? According to monkeys, also known as nature's banana-eating aficionados,
Experts.
it's easier to peel this delicious yellow fruit open from the blossom end. Simply pinch the brown stub until the peel splits and just keep peeling away. Not only is it easier, but peeling it this way can also help remove all those weird banana strings that sometimes stick to the...
Yes, I do it the same way. I peel it from the bottom because there's like a tip on the bottom of the banana that is black and you don't want to eat it, so you just peel it from the bottom and you just peel off the tip, the black tip, and you can eat the whole banana without worrying about eating the black tip.
The fruit after you peeled it. Now you can literally enjoy the fruits of your labor. Toothpaste trouble. Now, regardless of whether you brush your teeth before or after you've eaten breakfast,
Well, there's a lot of research going on, and it proves that it's better to brush your teeth before breakfast. One reason is because when you drink orange juice, which is very acidic, and it make your enamels on the teeth very weak, and you brush it, after finish eating breakfast and you brush it, it actually brush away some of the enamels. So it's actually better to brush your teeth before breakfast.
There's still a good chance you're doing it wrong. Over the years, commercials have made it look like you should be squeezing out long layers of toothpaste onto your toothbrush to keep the cavities at bay. But this just isn't true. Commercials use these long ribbons of paste to make their product look a little more appealing and make you use more toothpaste. But the reality is that a single pea-sized blob is enough to keep your teeth looking and feeling squeaky clean.
Dude, I don't know about you, man, but that little tiny piece, that is way too little. I need more of them because I like bubbles in my mouth.
Pea-sized blob is enough to keep your teeth looking and feeling squeaky clean. Well, I'm not sure about you, but at this point, I don't even know if I'm breathing correctly. The only thing I know that everyone can do correctly is hit those like and subscribe buttons down below.
Tricky.
Let's find out what else you're doing wrong every single day. Folding fumble.
No way.
All fed and fresh,
Folding
it's
crow?
time to get some chores done. First up, putting away the laundry. Ugh. Even though it's a simple task, it feels like it takes forever. Scrunching things up and cramming them into drawers leaves creases in all the wrong places. But trying to make your closet look like a super neat department store showcase is way too
That's
much
impossible
hassle.
for me.
Or is it? As it turns out, it takes a grand total of just 3 seconds to fold a shirt like this.
Wow.
Did that look like some sort of witchcraft to you?
Yes.
Then let's go through it slowly. First, you lay the shirt out flat and pinch it halfway down, just off the seam, with your right hand, and off the collar with your left. Then, still pinching the shirt, you fold your left hand over your right so that the collar section now meets the bottom of your shirt. Pinch that section into your left hand as well, and then, raising the shirt up, pull your right hand through. From here, you briefly shake it out, lay it down, flip it over, and voila!
Pretty
a fast
simple.
and fancy shirt fold.
Yo, I gotta
It may
use
take
it.
you a little time to get the hang of it, but once you do, putting away your laundry will become a lightning fast task.
That is so amazing.
Refrigeration frustration. Next on the list of chores is to help put away the groceries, which contains a fresh carton of eggs. But if you're thinking about storing them away in the egg compartment of your fridge door, then I've got some bad news for you. Eggs should be kept at a constant temperature below 68 degrees to maintain their freshness, but the refrigerator door is actually the warmest part of the fridge. Being opened and closed throughout the day exposes the eggs to more frequent temperature fluctuations, compromising the egg's overall quality. And, annoyingly, despite being the perfect space for it, milk shouldn't be stored in the door either. Like eggs, temperature fluctuations can cause the milk to go off quicker.
So damn hot.
So funny. Is that hangover?
Bad choice.
That look like
So
it's from the
where
hangover.
should you keep all your milk and eggs, if not in this one refrigerated
I put it in
basket?
the main
Experts
department.
suggest storing quick-to-spoil foods like these towards the back of the main body
That's
of the
why I put
refrigerator,
it, yes.
as it's a cooler area that's more resistant to temperature fluctuations. What an excellent solution.
I agree.
Condiment chaos. Now, just because you've got room in the fridge door doesn't mean you should be shoving every condiment under the sun in there. Sure, some naturally preserved condiments like jams and sauces will work well in that space, as they don't need to be kept at a constant temperature. But what about ketchup? Some people have an age-old habit of putting it in the fridge, but doing so is totally pointless. Commercially made ketchup typically involves tomato, sugar, and vinegar, which gives the sauce a specific acidity. It's this that keeps the condiment preserved and safe to eat in room temperature conditions, even if it's not been refrigerated. Meaning you can free up that precious fridge space for something that really needs it.
Dude, I gotta need to take out the ketchup out of my refrigerator, okay? I thought you gotta put ketchup in the refrigerator to keep them good, don't want it to be rotten. But I guess you can put it
Unless you're one of
outside.
those people that enjoys their ketchup chilled. Personally, cold ketchup on hot food makes my mouth feel all kinds of wrong.
I
While
agree.
this'll probably spark a third world war, let me know how you store your ketchup down in the comments. crass crossing out. That's another chore crossed off the list of things to do. While striking a line through it is satisfying, it doesn't exactly conceal what the original words you had written down were. What if it had been something secret, personal, or even embarrassing? Like pay that parking fine, buy new underwear, or watch the new Logan Paul video. Sure, you could furiously scribble over the words or reach for the whiteout, but there's a much simpler solution that'll keep your secrets safe from prying eyes. Instead of striking a straight line, write a series of random letters over the words you want to erase. The jumble of letters make the original word much harder to make out, let alone read, so no one else has to know about your mistakes or your deep dark secrets ever again.
Dude, I would just burn them. You know, it's a lot quicker to grab the paper and a lighter, just bam! Everything gone in 5 seconds. It's like magic.
Sticky note snags. Wait, you've just remembered something else you need to get done today and grab a sticky note to quickly write it down. But when you peel it off and stick it up, the note just curls up and falls off. Most of us just accept this as a limitation of using post-it notes. But it's actually because you've been using them wrong this whole time. When you peel the notes up from the bottom, the sticky line bends the paper in the direction it was pulled, leaving you with a bent memo. But if you peel a post-it from the side, or pull it straight down, the notes stay flat. Finally, you can say goodbye to missing memos and notes lost behind the back of your desk.
Pretty helpful.
Bobby pin problems. Now, if you have long, lustrous hair, you've probably used a bobby pin or two to keep stray wisps out of your eyes while getting all these tasks done. But a lot of you will find that these little hair grips slip out almost as quickly as you put them in. What's the deal with that? Well, as simple as they look to use, you're putting them in wrong. Even though it seems like the wavy side should face up, it's actually designed to act as a grip on the underside of your hair. So when you slide it in, this should face down, with the flat portion facing up. This saves the amount of time you spend fiddling with your hair and the amount of bobby pins you use, which will prevent you from looking like this.
What the heck?
She may have won the war on wisps, but at what cost? Getting physical. With all that life admin done, now's as good a time as any to get some exercise. This could be a quick run or a trip to the gym, but whatever you prefer, you should do some stretching first. After all, most of us have been told since our school days that stretching before exercise helps prevent muscle injuries and can even be beneficial to our performance. But that's not strictly true. While stretching feels good and helps promote flexibility, there's no concrete scientific backing that it helps to reduce injury when done before exercise. Large-scale studies have shown that in high-intensity training, like army exercises, stretching beforehand made no significant difference on injury rates or muscle soreness. What's even more amazing is that some studies into sprinting and jumping found that people's performance was actually reduced on average when they stretched beforehand. But a few studies alone aren't enough to cement these findings into facts. So whether you want to stretch before exercising or not is really up to you.
What I want to say is, stretching only takes 5 minutes and it really warms out your body. You don't want to exercise on a cold body, right? I think it's better to just stretch. So don't listen to this guy. I mean, you don't want any negative side effects because you did not stretch and try to save like 5 minutes, you know?
Though it might not be as important as your old high school gym teacher made it out to be. Microwave madness. Looks like you've worked up an appetite from all that exercise, so it's time to heat up some leftovers for lunch. After zapping your meal in the microwave for a couple of minutes, you take it out only to find that the food on the edge is scorching hot, but the middle is still horribly cold. This is because the radiation produced by microwaves doesn't travel very far, and depending on how dense your meal is, those waves will only penetrate a limited amount of the food. Most people solve this problem by stopping and stirring their food several times. But come on, who really has time for that? Netflix won't watch itself. What you should be doing to reheat your leftovers evenly and quickly is leaving a hole in the middle of your food so that it forms a ring. This way, everything is on the edges and gets cooked quickly without leaving an icy center. And if it's in a bowl, just dig a little hole in the middle to achieve an evenly heated meal every time.
That is
Leftovers
interesting.
never looked so good at training.
Oh, here we go.
Unfortunately,
Here we
all
go.
that wine has made you desperate to visit the porcelain throne. Now, make no mistake, being able to stand up, unzip, and quickly relieve yourself is just one of the many privileges of being a man. But it's not always the best way to go about your business. In fact, sitting down actually allows men to empty more of their bladder than if they were standing upright.
What the-
This is because you're able to use your abdominal muscles to really push every last drop out, resulting in fewer bathroom breaks. Not only that, but it'll really help with the eternal problem of the male aim, much to the delight of the women in your life, I'm sure.
Yes.
Though you shouldn't adjust your position just for number ones, but for number twos as well. Sitting upright on the john is a practice that's been around since the time of ancient Egypt, over 5,000 years ago. But, and it's a big but, the problem with sitting like this is that it keeps a kink in your lower bowel, caused by the continence-preserving muscle of the puborectalis. This forces you to strain harder when pushing out poop from your colon, risking the development of painful conditions like hemorrhoids and colon disease.
Oh.
So, how exactly are you meant to relieve yourself without doing yourself a disservice? The answer can be found in a simple squat. Raising your knees up to your chest, roughly 35 degrees from your body, relaxes that puborectalis muscle and straightens out your colon, giving you a straight route to poop. While this position makes things a lot easier on your rear, some people actually clamber up onto the toilet seat to take a real deep squat into the
What
bowl.
the
At least they
heck?
do if these hilariously disturbing toilet warning signs from around the world are anything to go by.
Dude, let me tell you something, okay? This is honest truth. My dad actually squat on top of the toilet and try to poop, you know. It was pretty weird because he watched it on a TV show and someone told him it's better to squat on top of the toilet. So I think he tried it for the first time. You know how we found out? Because one day he forgot to lock the bathroom door and my mom just walked in. And she was just shocked. She was like, oh my god, what are you doing? My mom does and he went dumb or something, you know. But it was really weird to squat on top of the toilet to go poop. Anyways, that is the side of the story. But yeah guys, that is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell notification, and my social media link is in the description below. And yeah, my name is Kelvin and I'll see you guys next video.